Me and Julie did a lot of talking tonight about where we're taking this thing, and we got a call sort of in the middle of things, and believe it or not, it was our good buddy J.M. And well, my good buddy J.M. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, he's heard about the reunion. Well, see, I don't know. I hesitate to call it a reunion because that sounds like it's something you're just doing at once, you know. But no, Gidget is back on track, and that's where we're gonna stay. So, but anyway, so yeah, so Julie and I were talking, and by the way, you won't be seeing a lot of her for a while, because she got a haircut that she's not too happy with, and it actually would look cute with pigtails on the sides. It's like, picture one of those Japanese girls in those cartoons. I forget what it's called. There's like some fancy name for all that Japanese cartoon stuff, but I can't think of it. Anyway, every like 14 to 20-year-old probably knows it. Anyway, so yeah, Julie and I were talking, and we've really we've really like been blown away by everything that's happening, because I mean, suddenly, we're getting like all this attention on Facebook and Twitter, and, I don't even know how all that stuff goes, so, that's not my end of the business, my business is to play music, to write music, to try to do some vocals now and again, but anyway, so yeah, we got JM on the line, and a couple other people that, Oh, and I have to tell you, Scott Swanson, oh my God. I have to mention Scott. Scott, we got a picture sent to us by somebody. I can't remember who it was. But, it's got Scott in there, and I'm thinking, oh my God, Scott and I were the ones that wandered around probably from December of '86 till, like March, April of '87, trying to come up with some people that were, more than sitting in a cafe drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, and talking about being a musician, but hasn't had their instrument out, in years, kind of thing. So, but anyway, so yeah, Scott was instrumental in getting Gidget together, because, like that's what we started with, was Malaysian Industrial Nightmare, and that was kind of his baby, and he was dragging me around saying, let's go see this guy, and let's, and we had this this Malaysian guy that wasn't apparently in the country legally, so he couldn't be too he couldn't get too public, and so he had to kind of drop out of things and stuff, and that's when the surf thing started coming up, and Scott had this great drawing that he did of a female skeleton on a surfboard. And I just came up with Gidget Goes to Hell, and so that was how it started. But anyway, so I've also been talking to Lucas there in London. He's the producer of the documentary, and I have a lot of time for the guy. He's amazing. He's been a friend for years, and I've always recognized the talent that he has, and I'm so glad that it's really paying off for him. He's been paying his dues for years now, And so he knows what I'm going through right now with what's going on with Gidget Goes to Hell, and you know, he's more than happy to be involved in the documentary, you know, because he's real good at doing documentaries, music videos, the full gamut of you know, of film, and he's quite an actor too. He's got a lot of, check him out on YouTube, Lucas Despero, and he's got several different channels, and some are you know, his show reels and stuff that he's done of his acting, and he's quite a character. He really is. So you know, I'm real happy to have him on board. You know, we just gotta now get the financing behind the documentary. You know, everything else is coming together just fine. So, you know, as long as Julie and I can just keep handling it, and you know, thank God for the internet, because I can send her tracks to, you know, put some vocals down to, and we can, you know, send it back and forth like that, so that if we can't actually you know, get to each other, physically be in the same place, you know, we can be sending tracks back and forth, so we're still working, you know. But anyway, so it was also, we were talking about Colin. Colin's another person that was sort of instrumental in, you know, gluing the whole thing together, you know, kind of more by his vomit than anything else, because he was the character fan, you know, that like went everywhere, and he was that kid that couldn't drink, you know, the little guy, and you know, so he'd always get sick. And I remember one time when we were at Julie's, we were standing there, it was right after this party that where he was supposed to be going to like Texas with his dad, or Colorado or something. And but he didn't end up going. He didn't make the bus or whatever to meet his dad. And so we're standing there at Julie's and stuff, and they had, Julie had stolen this keg, from a, you know, a fire escape. So they had to like drink that all up as quick as they could, and that was when Hampshire was having their spring concert. That's right. That's because we ended up going, and we sat. We had this big boom box. I'll never forget the size of Dennis's boom box, and we're like, we're coming. Here comes Gidget Goes to Hell, listening to Metallica at Hampshire College gig, you know. So. But anyway, I digress, because that kind of branches into a whole new story, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to catch up and tell you, Julie and I are still working on it, and things are going great, and you know, we can't wait to get the music to you and start setting up some gigs and getting out there again. And thanks a lot for watching these videos. You know, it's good to have you watching them right now.